Hey everyone, and welcome to my very first Let's Play of Age of Wonders Planetfall. This is the newest Age of Wonders game that just came out a couple weeks ago. Triumph has been supported now by Paradox Interactive, so the game is quite a bit more polished than their previous game. This is, for the uninitiated, a 4X style game that's got a strategic and tactical elements to it. And so you control the game in a civilization style, zoomed out mode, and then you can also control, when you have battles, you go in this tactical combat mode as well. And that's kind of always been the Age of Wonders thing, and that's what drew me to it, was its extremely well done tactical combat part of the game. Compared to the previous titles, this one has a pretty seriously reworked ranged system. They've implemented hit chance, which is a pretty big deal. They didn't have that in the previous versions, which we'll see. So, in this version of the game, you get to pick 3 major elements to start the game. You get to pick your race, and you get to pick your secret technology, and you get to pick your starting loadout. So we have 6 races here. We have the Kirko, which are like bugs. We have the Syndicate, which are like psionic merchants. Amazons, which are like bioengineering dudes. Devar, which are like space dwarves. Assembly, which are like cybernetic zombie humans. And we have the Vanguard, which are like humans. For this game, I'm going to go ahead and play as the Assembly, because I don't think a lot of people are playing as Assembly. And they're the closest thing we have to like undead in this type of game. They're not undead, but they have a lot of like reassemble dead enemies kind of a thing. And let's go ahead and create our own custom hero. So we'll play as the Assembly, a race of cyborgs born from destruction. They're not necessarily hyper-destructive, though they can be. They use arc and firearms weapon types. And we get to pick our secret technology. So there are 6 of these, and they all kind of have different themes. And these are kind of like your alteration off of your main race. You can choose things that synthesize with your main race, or you can choose things that are different than your main race, thus kind of rounding out your skill set. So I think I'm just going to grab one of these. So we could do Psinumbra, I'm thinking, to give us access to the psionic channel. Or we could go for Promethean, which is like fire and mass destruction. Or we could go for Void Tech, which is like teleportation and other things like that. I'm gonna let's go for Void Tech. Seems good. Destabilize and decelerate enemies. Uses arc and kinetic. So this will actually support our existing arc weapons group. And hopefully the mobility will help our primarily melee-focused units a little bit more. So the final thing is our loadout here. And so you actually have, just to start it out, you have 4 different categories and 3 points to spend. And picking items in these categories cost points. Some are better than others, as you can see, 2, 1. And then one of these categories is actually a vice, which actually refunds you points, but it gives you a downside, such as cruel, which makes your people less happy, or kleptomaniac, which causes you to lose energy per turn. It should be noted all these vices here actually give you a downside and a positive side. So for cruel, not only are your people less happy, but your hero, when he gets a killing blow on someone in combat, will become happier for that combat, giving him more chance to crit, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's not take a vice because I'm scaredy. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take close combat equipment, and I'm gonna take. Let's take the. Let's go for something strategic, I think. Once per turn, when your commander gets a unit, they immediately regain all action points. That's pretty good. Probably we gotta go for that. Martial tradition. So, since we went for a melee-focused hero, it gives us a reset whenever he gets a kill. It also benefits our army by giving us decreased weapon research cost, which is great. And unfortunately, that's all of our points, so unless I take a vice, I can't take a colony supplement, which I'm just going to skip. Okay, and let's just pick a random person. Ooh, I like that. She looks pretty cool. Yeah, oh yeah, that looks amazing. We gotta go for that, right? Okay. Whoops. Let's do F11D. F-11D. Like in Star Wars. Actually, I'm gonna go for, DH-17. That's my favorite Star Wars gun. Alright. And let's save this character yellow and brown. Sure, I'm fine with that. Okay, let's do it.
Greetings, emissary of the assembly. Destruction breeds creation. That is so. From the ruins of the Empire, your unique kind has emerged. You forged unity by merging with machines and transplanting the body parts of your enemies. Before you reassemble this entire shattered galaxy, remember that every world has life worth preserving. Not all beings are servile. You will face resistance.
Cool. So we're going to play a 6-player scenario. Looks like there's going to be a lot of water on this map that we generated here. And all 5 victory conditions are available, which are basically defeat everyone, have the highest score at the end of 150 rounds. I think this is like vassalize or kill everyone. This is get everybody to be your friend. And then this one is your special secret tech doomsday weapon. Cool. All right, here we are. We are in the game. So here's my starting colony, and here's my starting hero inside this little army here. And I got a little detachment of dudes to help me out here, as well as an extra little scout here. Here's my starting city, and here is my starting area. Cool. So the game's just going to supply me with little whatever you want to do next here. I can zoom out to get a better view of the strategic map, but mostly everything is covered by fog of war at this point. And it looks like I'm probably kind of north on this map. And this little symbol right here, this green gem, is generally like, this is recommended to start the game. Which seems pretty reasonable. So, this is a little confusing to look at. These sectors seem like they're going to offer you food, energy, and production, which is true, but those symbols are not immediately applicable. They're actually more for late game. They're basically unlocked through late game techs. So they are locked right now. But what we can look for are these little triangles here, which give us indicators of things we will get immediately. So this one says an old Star Union sector base, which is still operational, acts as a pre-built production exploitation and provides 20 production. And it unlocks a special building, so that's a great thing to go for. And the idea here is that we're going to expand our city to these extra sectors here at some point, so I'm going to think about clearing them out. So let's head this direction. And I'm going to have my scout go this direction and look for people. And what do we want to do with our city? Let's go for... They're recommending that I go for a replicator factory, but I'm actually going to go for a biofarm. And we'll wait for the other players to go. Cool, our turn again. So on turn 2, it unlocks the technologies. So we actually have 2 check trees. We have a military and a society, similar to the way it works in Civilization 6. All the gray stuff is stuff that's inaccessible. The most important thing to note here is that these kind of channels here, we have this blue one, then we have this firearms channel, and we have this arc channel. These are all based on our race, but this last one is actually based on our secret technology. So all of our secret technology tags are located in this bottom section. So let's see what we got here. So this is, I'm looking at the military tech tree right now. So we have various things. So basically we have upgrades for our guys. Armor plus a spell. Stuns. Stuns a target unit or makes them weaker to lightning. Got it. We've got a bleeding effect and a shredder bomb. That's pretty good. And what is this one? Walk through obstacles and is 20% harder to hit in combat. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, let's start with that one. That's going to be really good for our primary units here, which are the Scavenger. They have a Claw Slash and a Shotgun ability. The Shotgun is very good. The Claw Slash is better once you're already in melee range. A couple of abilities that kind of are our race's special thing is we have this Assimilate ability, which every time they melee attack, they heal, so they have like a lifesteal attack. And then they also have Scavenge Spare Parts, which heals them at the end of every battle, which is great. And then what's our other unit we have? A Vorpal Sniper. So he's a sniper. He's got a longer range sniper rifle, but he can't move. Well, he can move a little bit. And he has Overwatch, same kind of thing as before. And then this guy has a repair ability, which is great. And he has a lightning attack, lightning resistance, and he's got skulls on his head, which is pretty cool. Increased vision range, and he cannot be flanked. That's fantastic. Then we've got our hero. What does she have? Void Blades. Okay, wow, look at that. She's got some cool little zealot abilities there. Melee attack with dimensional blades. Melee range. Staggers units, bypasses shields, and causes dimensional instability. I don't know what that does. So I'm just going to look it up in the little dictionary here. Target has -2 kinetic resistance. Got it. Okay. And she has some skill points already no, she doesn't. Yes. She has close quarter specialist and vitality. Cool. She also has a lightning grenade, which just staggers units and does damage. Cool. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, so that just unlocks that node. This adds production to your nearest colony. I'm going to go for that. And then we've got another goodie hut. What is that? Oh, that's a node. Okay, so I'm just looking for goodie huts to give me short-term bonuses. And we're in turn 2. It looks like we have a wildlife nest. This is going to spawn bad guys. So we should probably go kill that eventually. There's some Cosmite. This is a pickup. Okay, let's pick it up. Oh, and I forgot we got to do society research. So, what do we got here? Neural interfacing. Colony gains 10% knowledge for each ruined sector when in its domain here. And then we also have tactical combat gives us research. Okay, so the theme behind these guys is that when they kill people, they like dissect them, and that gives them research. So they basically get research points for killing guys, and that's what one of their spells does. So let's go ahead and take that. 4 turns until it's done. Cool. Let's get some of this, which gives us Cosmite. That's this resource right here. Our basic resources are energy, which we use to buy and upkeep units, Cosmite, which we also use to buy and upkeep units, but it's like advanced. And then we've got Research and Influence, which you use for diplomatic actions. Okay, so this is... Oh. Alright. Well. Sure, whatever. Let's go ahead and get this one. Can't believe I finished that already. Jeez. I guess it has been 2 turns. Oh, I can grab a new sector now. Did they tell me that? Yes, they can. It's right there. So where are we going to expand to? I'm gonna go for probably this area because it gives me food. Let's annex this sector and we'll go for these guys. And we'll keep looking around with this guy here. Let's go ahead and build Specialist Training Center. Alright. So we got a combat with a small enemy. Now I could auto-combat, especially if you're trying to save time. That's a great move. I'm going to go ahead and go into manual combat just to preview the combat system in this game. So these guys are a melee with a jumping attack, little grasshoppers. We can actually click on this here to see what they are. So they look pretty jumpy, don't they? And then these guys are a melee attack bitey guy, but they also have a beetle spit ability, which does reasonable damage. Okay, so what do I got? I've got my main guy here who's got a sniper rifle, and he can actually move forward and still take an attack, so that's a big deal. Although it's really, really low hit chance because it's so far away. Actually, there's a lot of reasons why this is a low hit chance attack, and you can actually see all of them if you just press Control here. Minus 25% because he is in defense. He's in a defense mode. He is lightly obscured by something, and then it's a super long range attack. So I could shoot him at a low chance, but I'm instead just going to take a Overwatch stance. And then I'm going to move my melees up here. Don't I have another sniper? Oh no, here. Oh no, that's my sniper, and here's my hero. Got it. So I'm going to move her up here. Change her facing. Okay. And then I'll have these guys come up here. And I'll just have you guard. I'll run up here, and I'll have you guard. And then we'll run these guys up here. Okay. That's not where I told you to go. Oh, dude got in the way. Well, it's not the end of the world. Change direction. Yep. And then you guard, and then you guard, and we're done. Okay, so it's going to trigger my Overwatch. And I got a free shot. Nice. Which is a big deal. So one of the new mechanics that they implemented in this game to kind of compensate for the previous counterattack system that they had built in their previous games is they've implemented a number of effects cause stagger, which basically reduces your opponent's action points. So I have a number of action points, and each ability costs action. So this shotgun costs 1, and this claw slash is repeating. And it does 10 damage. You can't really see it. Ugh. Right there. The 10 right under the name means it does 10 damage, and then this one does 16 damage. So if I have a single action, this one does more, but repeating actions will actually do continuous attacks for as many actions as you have. So if I have 3 actions, I'll get 3 claw slashes, which is actually 30 damage, which is fantastic. Also, it's melee, so it bypasses all shields and whatever. Shields and armor basically do the same thing. They are just damage reduction. However, each of them is, well, Uh, armor is slightly better than shields. Um, because shields are always completely bypassed by melee attacks. However, for a normal ranged attack, shields and armor are combined to provide some total sum of damage resistance. So this guy has 1. This guy has 2. My main guy has 3, and they're all and none of them have any shields, and so they're good at melee. Does not do bonus damage to them, unlike these guys. Oh no, that guy's. Wow, these guys have a lot of armor here. None of them have shields. Okay. Yeah, let's walk in and claw slash this guy. Boom, there's 1. There's 2. Oh, I got a graze. I still got him, though. So if your attack misses, there's still a 25% chance to graze. In that case, I had a 90% hit chance, and so even if I had a 75% hit chance, I would still have a 25% chance to graze, and I would never miss. Let's have my sniper go. So he's got much better odds this time because the guy chose to attack me last turn instead of going into defense mode. He's also a lot closer. Bah. Cool. I'm just going to hang out now. And I'm going to heal you. And then you guard and you guard. So he couldn't quite run all the way to me and still get his jumping attack, which is good for me. So I'm actually going to go ahead. If you do a melee attack, you have an opportunity to get counterattacked. So in order to avoid getting counterattacked, I'm just going to walk up and use my shotgun ability. And I'm going to flank the opponents when I do it. Except for this guy does not seem to be flankable. Is he unflankable? Huh. Oh, he can't be flanked because he's in defense mode, which is pretty normal. So if I... Let's see here. Oh, he's probably going to die. Either way, he's only got 1 hit point left. Cool. That was great. 0 losses. I like it. And I get a bunch of food, which is really great. It helps my city grow. Effectively, every 4 population I get, I can grab a new sector for my colony. So since I was at 4, I was able to grab 1, and then I just got a bunch more food. And that bumped me up to 6, so that's fantastic. Okay. So, what else are we going to go for? What other goodie huts do we have here? When selected, instantly produce 1 of 2 randomly picked colony upgrades. That's great. And when this one is collected, you gain a new colonist. So let's do that. Okay, so the second thing is after you grab a sector, you put it under what's called exploitation. You basically choose which resource you want it to produce. So while this looks like it has all 3 resources, it actually can only produce one of my choice. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to agriculture. Cool. And we'll keep exploring. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm being talked to by an NPC faction. Greeting, X-Star Union mortal. We are Autonom, cognitive fork of the consciousness omnipresent regency engine, also known as Core. Greetings. We seek to offer you protection. Sounds great. Elaborate your mission. So this is an NPC faction. This isn't a player. It's like a city-state in Civilization. And they have quests for us, which is great. And if we complete the quests, we get diplomatic points, which are great. We can use those to improve our relations with other players or with these factions, which is great. All right, let's. Here we go. Manual combat. And the game's going to do an autosave for us at the beginning of the fight in case we muck it up. And we've got 2 Wild Shrikes, which are a melee flying unit. And we got one of those jumpy boys. So let's... Where's my sniper here? Let's tab until we get to him. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... There's no reason to take cover this mission. One of the interesting qualities about this race is our units, while they do have ranged attacks, don't have Overwatch like a lot of ranged units do. They have some range, but they're not very good ranged units. So that's important to note. But that's okay. Our sniper's a good ranged unit, so he has Overwatch for us. So I'll wait for enemies to walk up. I'm just going to go ahead and... 65% is pretty good. Yeah, let's take this shot. Ah! So I got a crit, which is what that little symbol popped over his head was. And that is based on my morale, and I'm assuming I have some kind of... oh, I see. Vorpal Shot has plus 20% crit chance. So this weapon is more than likely to crit. Normally it's 0%. And when you get a crit, you get a guaranteed hit, which is awesome. You are guaranteed not to miss. And sure, I'll just throw this grenade on this guy. Cool. This guy go up here. Ugh. And we'll have these guys go up here, and we'll wait for these enemies to approach us. And if they don't approach us, we'll walk up to them. Okay. He's running up. And they both went into defense mode. Flying units have an additional built-in 10% evade, so minus 10% because he's flying. And it should be noted that stagger is a pretty common kind of side effect to a lot of weapons. Primarily melee attacks remove stagger pretty consistently. It's a big bonus that they get over ranged attacks, since a lot of this game is ranged attacks. But some weapons also add stagger. If you stagger an opponent, it removes their defense mode, which is 25% of his evade right now. You only land the stagger, though, if you actually land the hit. Cool. So I landed stagger. So you can see how he lost one of his action points. And now if I take a shot at him, much, much more likely to land. Cool. My main character actually can't do anything right here, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk behind this guy. Try to get a flanking shot. I can't get a flanking shot because he's in defense mode. But I will increase my odds of hitting him. Oops, that was the wrong unit. I did not mean to grab that guy. Now the shotgun only takes a single action, so I can move almost my full distance. Anything that's not in the red. I only need to land 2 hits to kill this guy.
And our forces are victorious.
Cool. So, you guys gather experience when they enter combats. And so all of my guys leveled up here, except for the sniper. And experience is evenly shared across all your units. As you level up, you can see here my guy has gotten plus 4 health. And then next rank, he's going to get additional plus 4 health. And then he's also going to get 5 additional accuracy. And then at prime rank, he's going to get more accuracy and some special ability. Let's look at this guy. He's just a recruit. And he'll get the ability bypass cover. When your heroes level up, they just gain experience. Cool, I got a free colonist. So I am almost ready to expand again. How long? 1 turn. Okay, so where are we going to expand to? I think we're going to go here. So let's head back. I'm actually going to split off my little scout here, because I want to take the minerals. I want to take this zone here. Okay, so this is, I think, a zone controlled by an NPC faction. Who are they? Oh, it's the guys we were talking. So here's their main base. And they just have a little army kind of near me. And we can actually trade with these guys as long as we're at peace with them. However, we are not. So we need to complete some quests before they're going to give us stuff. Okay. Here is a monster spawner. My people are angry. Okay. So what do we got here? Frontier facilities. So this is going to allow us to build colonizers, so we can build additional colonies. And it will also give us access to the recreational drone, which we can use to make our people happy. So we got phase manipulation. What else do we got here? This one makes people weakened. This is a strategic operation. Enemies within the affected friendly colony domain have 4 extra move points. Enemy units have to oh, I had that backwards. Enemy units have to spend extra movement to move in your terrain. Okay, that's not very useful right now. And this guy adds dimensional instability, which makes them weaker. Oh, what does it say? Increase its strength by 4. Okay, and then this one says you have a low chance to add dimensional instability, which makes people weaker to kinetic damage. And then also, if they already have it, just do a zillion more damage, which is awesome. Okay. This is a giant bomb. And this is a time warp. Kind of expensive, though. Here we got Void Blades, and we've got an Echo Walker, which is a skirmisher melee unit. So we can keep going down this technology tree, or we can grab some of the stuff from this previous one. I'm going to go ahead and grab, what do we already grabbed a defensive mod. And I'm going to go ahead and grab an offensive mod. No, I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. Close. Phase manipulation.
No obstacle I cannot pass through with my harmonic phase modulator.
Cool.
Matter doesn't matter. Who would suppose that substance is merely...
Alright. That's great. Okay. And what is this? Oh, this is the other technology we got.
Never make what can be scavenged from the fallen. Waste nothing, want nothing.
Alright.
This time,
Okay, so we already got that. So, we got a couple spells here. In previous Age of Wonders games, these were all just kind of lumped together. In this game, they're kind of broken down into 3 categories. We have Tactical, which can only be used during combats. Strategic, which can be used on the world map. And then Doctrines, which are like kind of permanent like effects that remain in play after you've cast them. They're like a constant ability. So we could take Scavengers, which increases the rewards we get for grabbing stuff on the map. Or we can take this one, which gives us research every time we killed a unit. So we're going to take that one. And it's going to take us 3 turns to finish priming it. We've unlocked a task. So this is kind of a new element to this game. There are effectively quests you can do that give you rewards and doctrines if you're the first person to do them. So this one says, do 2 quests for an NPC or achieve peace with an NPC. And achieve peace with an NPC. This one says, declare war on an NPC and kill 2 armies. If you're the first person to do this, you get a bonus. This one says, mod 5 units and use tactical operations. And then these are the associated victory conditions. So launch the planetary unification protocol, basically. By building an alliance with the NPC factions on this planet and other players, you'll be able to convince Planet Core to grant you rulership of the planet. So basically there's this AI sitting in the planet that we convinced to let us to be the bosses. This one defeats all other players. This one says occupy and hold 60 sectors. This one says research your doomsday weapon, which I don't have. What does this say? Found a second colony. Okay. All of these give you doctrines, which are those constant effect spells that basically do cool things. You can also find quests from NPCs there, which is useful. Let's go ahead and work on that NPC quest. So this guy's over here. Let's keep going. Trying to figure out probably where we want to expand to shortly here. Create item. What do we got? You discovered that this transport was carrying blueprints and materials to make 2 different weapons. So I can create a piercing bow, or I can create a lightning sniper. Both seem very good. Or I could take production. I'm going to go for the piercing bow. It actually is a higher rated weapon. Kind of low range, though. Cool. And then... Okay. So in order to get these guys to move off of this zone, I can fight them if I want. It'll make them angry, their whole faction. I can also just simply ask them to leave, and I would use diplomacy for that. So I'm just going to wait. And... what do we got here? Fertile plains, mountains. Let's see. Arcadian, mountain, coast, uninhabitable mountain, mountain, and an abandoned quarry. So I don't understand what this building does. Plus 10% knowledge income for each ruin sector. I don't know what a ruin sector is. So let's just go ahead and build our other building that lets us build different types of units. Okay, we can expand. So I'm just waiting until I get a little bit more influence, which I actually will get right now when I defeat these guys. So these are Paragons, which are another NPC faction the players can't play as. And they are like... geez, what are they like? They're like undead, kinda? Imperial augments. They're like cyborg zombie people. I don't know. What do they got here? A fanatic. What's his ability like? Targeting jammers. This unit is 25% harder to hit. And he has blaster pistol as well as overdrive. Hack into target Paragon unit with Imperial augments, causing them to overcharge, granting them new abilities, increased damage, and changing their kinetics attack to arc, which is lightning. Okay. So he can like buff a Paragon guy. Is this a Paragon unit? I don't think it is. Okay, so this guy is just a little robot dude, and he's weak to lightning. And he does fire damage. Okay. Let's move our hero up here. So one more thing is, there are actually units that block. There's cover, which decreases your chance to be hit if you hide behind it, and then there is line of sight blocking. So we can actually see here, if you look at my range, there is a yellow line that stops and starts becoming white at this tree in the center, and that's because the tree is blocking my line of sight. So I cannot shoot this guy even though he's in range. So I'm just going to go over here. I do have this blinding snapshot ability. So the reason I can't attack with my sniper rifle is because it is actually a full action, so I have to have all 3 action points to use it. Very powerful, but very immobile, and if you get staggered, you can't use it, which is tough. Then we've also got one that applies concussion, which is basically like a stun, I think. And then we've also got this blinding shot, which I will just take a shot. Here we go. 38%. 38% is pretty bad odds, but what's really nice is they implemented this grazing system in this game, so 25% of the total mischance is a graze chance, and so I had 38% chance to hit, 25% chance to do a graze, which is just, it doesn't do any side effects, and it does half damage. So that's between those two, I think I'm, what, 78% chance, and that leaves another 22 chance to miss, which is pretty good. So let's move our scavengers up. Oops. And I'll put him behind this cover here. And these guys are going to outrange us, so they're going to try... Oops, I forgot to modify my dudes. They're just going to sit here and just try to shoot us as we approach them. And we're kind of a melee race, so we need to... The onus is on us. Now, one of the cool features that they added to this game is your unit's movement actually has a couple tiers, but this final tier of movement basically denies you the ability to take an action. So if you walk into the red zone, you can't hunker down in a defense mode, which makes you harder to hit. So there's a bit of an extra trade-off you can now make compared to previous games, which you could always just go into defense mode at the end of your range. And do I have some operations? No. All right, so this guy is not in defense mode. He's going to be easier to hit. Well, I don't know why this guy is running towards me. Oh, because he wanted to throw a grenade, I see. That's not a very good move. Alright, so that's the guy he chose to overcharge, and so that guy is stronger than everyone else. And he did a kinetic something or other. Okay, so it looks like he's just going to run at me, which is awesome. Oh. So those grenades did mild AoE damage, which is cool. It really brought him into melee range, which is not particularly good for him. But it also staggered most of my units, and each grenade staggered my units, taking away one of their action points. And so between the two grenades and, I don't know, something else, I guess, he basically managed to take away all my action points, and these guys can't take any actions this round. Which is the worst. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna, that's a good move. I really would like to heal one of my guys, but it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna walk up, let's see here. Unit in way. Let's just walk up and punch this guy. Bop! Bop! He resisted dimensional instability. So what I'm gonna do here... Does this guy have a ranged attack? He doesn't have a very good one. I'm gonna just walk up behind this guy and just kill him. Seems good. Bop. And I got a flanking attack, which is nice. It looks like this guy has... What? Lash out. Okay, so he's probably gonna kill one of my units this round, which is unfortunate. Maybe we'll get a stagger here. So I got one stagger. So what is this reactive phase protection? Target unit receives reactive phase defense for 3 turns. Each time the unit takes damage, it's teleported to a random hex within 2 hexes of its original position. Let's put that on this guy. Okay, so now if he gets shot, he will teleport. Wow, that's overpowered. Is he gonna die still? Yes, he is. Wow, that ability was amazing, though, because these guys had repeating attacks. So they were going to get 3 shots, but I teleported after the first one, and it just interrupted their attack, which is amazing. Okay, who can my sniper take a shot on? 52%, 47%. No line of sight. So those are some pretty bad odds here. Let's move up a little bit closer. Okay. 70%, 65. My guys have pretty strong melee attacks, and they have lifesteal built in, which is super good. So I'm going to try to go behind and get this guy with melee attacks, which I think I can do. And I got a flanking attack. If you land a flank, then you get 20% bonus damage, and it lasts for all attacks if you're getting a melee attack in. I think I need to kill... So this guy has a really weak 8 damage repeating attack. This guy has a 12 damage repeating attack. Oh, but it's melee. Lash out is melee, I see. What is backlash? Let's see. Backlash. When damaged, this unit pulses fire around itself, dealing 6 damage to adjacent enemy units. He's also a small target, so he's harder to hit with ranged attacks. Interesting, so he's kind of like a built-in anti-ranged unit. So I should probably focus on killing him. Let's see here. So let's shoot him. That's a cool ability. And I guess let's try to kill him with my hero. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I got a graze, which sucks. And so he gets all of his cool stuff. At least I have, well, I think my melee guys are going to attack this guy if he tries to run away. Let's go ahead and put, let's skip the reactive phase protection. So all melee units get 1 melee counterattack when somebody moves past them or ranged attacks them in melee range. Let's walk up and get some lifesteal. Another thing is that ranged units don't actually have counterattacks. So if you hit a melee unit with a melee attack, he will get 1 counterattack. But if you hit a ranged unit with a melee attack, he actually does not counter you in any way. So I'm able to heal up a little bit using my lifesteal here. Actually, heal up a lot using my lifesteal. I actually would have been able to save that one guy if I had left my little scout in my army. Cool. So we got some relation bonus with those robots. And we got 10 influence. The 10 influence is going to be really helpful because we needed to request these guys to evacuate. Thank you. Glint shotgun. This is a short-range, single-action weapon, a secondary weapon. Nope, primary weapon. Let's take it. I don't really want a shotgun right now, but I could use it later. So I have no production right now. Maybe I should start producing some units. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and start modding my units a little bit since I have a mod now. So this is kind of one of the major pieces of this game is we have this modding system. So formerly in Age of Wonders games, you could modify your heroes with equipment and items because they were like, you know, heroes of old. They get staves and cloaks and whatever. In this game, they've kind of toned it down a little bit to mods. So it's definitely a downgrade from the customizability of the hero's perspective. However, I'm going to hold off on this for a second. The mods can also be applied to your base units, which is a really big deal. So let's see. I got this phase walk modulator. This is able to walk through obstacles. And it's 20% harder to hit, which is amazing. It also grants a shield. Upgrading this unit will disable its mods and cause it to deal less damage for 1 turn. So I can also mod all units of this type. So let's go ahead and do that. And so this is going to create a unit template so we can make more of these really easily. And they're going to, let's Spectre or something like that. That's fine. And this is going to be his updated build cost. Cool. We're going to give, I don't really care if this guy has this or not, but this guy wants it. Medium range arc weapon. 8 kinetic damage. Medium range, that's pretty good. Alright, and we got some skill points. Because our hero leveled up. So now our hero's level 2. So we get 5 skill points to spend on all of this list of skills. So the things that are colored, except for Vitality, are basically special abilities. We've got Void Bullets, ranged attacks, ignore 50% penalties of cover. Advanced Stabilizers grant the unit 1 level of stagger resistance. All units in the army with 2 resistance to all status effects. That's very good. And Assimilate, this unit heals on auto attack. That's also a pretty big one. Can we get both? Yes. So I'll take Assimilate and Nanite boosters. Cool. And that's great. I'm gonna head back to base. I am not going to annex this sector. I do not want that. And this sector is being currently annexed. Let's see here. So I'm going to go scout out some areas to build. It looks like going towards the water is probably a good move. And I want to look for cosmite deposits because those are really good. Or this thing, which is a diplomacy deposit. So I guess we'll go here. Yeah, that seems really good right there. And then we go 1, 2, 3, something else. Let's head back this direction. Guess we might as well have this guy rejoin with my main army since he's kind of like my healer also. And we could rebuild that guy I disassembled. I can build the base version of him, or I can build this upgraded, modded version that I just did here. Or I could go for my my primary ranged unit here, which is the Electrocutioner, which I didn't have any of yet, but I can build one now. Let's just go ahead and build a Scavenger. Seems good. What's this? A marauding army. I'll have him rejoin. We'll have you go join those guys. Oh. Did I not? Why didn't I annex that last turn? That's weird. I thought I was... Did I accidentally build a forward base? Uh-oh. That might have been a mistake. What do we got? Somebody completed this thing as the pioneer. Okay. Okay. Oh, my doctrine is now active, so now whenever I defeat guys, I get extra research. Alright. Let's just generate energy for one turn. And then we'll be able to, I think, do something with this. Okay. So we've got this sector now. And it comes with a pre-built specialization already for us. So it is configured to be doing production. So now we have a higher production. It also unlocks us a special building. Let's see what this is called. Reinforcement Factory. Uses the techniques derived from the Imperial Mining Facility. All units produced in this colony gain +1 armor. That is fantastic. Armor is very good. So we will take it. And what do we unlock here? Ocular implants. Unit gains detection, strategic vision range, and a 10% bonus to crit chance. Additionally, they gain armor. Great, thank you. All right. Reassemble. Okay, so you'll notice some of these mods actually have restrictions on who they can be applied to. So this one says this can only be applied to biological and cyborg units. This one can only be applied to units that have a firearms ability. This one can only be applied to units that have an arc ability, which is lightning. So this makes your units basically stack a lightning debuff, which is really good. This one makes their melee attacks a lot stronger. So, what do we got here? Armor. Also, this research unlocks the Echo Walker, which is a, I am assuming... What is this? What's going on? Interesting. I guess I'll just look at them later. They look like a melee unit, though. Or I could go for reverse engineering here, which unlocks the Arc Blaster, which is a hero weapon. It is a shotgun, it looks like. And then it unlocks the reverse engineer, which is a tier 2 kind of specialist unit, or like a mage. And he has create construct, reassemble, repurpose corpse. Basically, he can res dead units, which is awesome. So let's go... Okay, I can either go for that, or I can go for this flechette ammunition ability here. And the Shredder Bomb. I think I'll go for the... Reverse engineer for now. And for society, let's go ahead and do increased production upgrades. Cool.
Our colonies
And we unlock some stuff. Basically, colonizers and happiness domes, both of which are things that we want. So let's take colonizer or recreational dome. Also this thing. Let's go for the colonizer, and we'll move it to the top. And we cannot afford to rush this production. Then we'll go for a recreational dome, and then we'll do our reinforcement factory. Since we're gonna do it. Oh, looks like we're about to be attacked by a roaming marauder band here. I'll this guy go over here. We'll move towards our base to try to defend it. But it also has defenders built in, which is another key improvement they made over Age of Wonders 3. And I'm going to get ready to expand into this zone right here. So let's just keep an eye out for anything going on here. There's a couple buildings on here which give us constant effects, but they're not goody huts. Because goody huts are shiny like this. Actually, I think that means enemies. I don't know. End turn. Okay, so they failed to attack us. Let's go ahead and kill them. Let's just auto-combat this. Cool, didn't lose any guys. And we got 15 research, which is awesome. And what is this? 2 randomly picked. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's see. Okay, so these guys want to give us another quest here. They want us to make a building for them. All right, whatever. So they're asking us to spend production on our cities to make a thing for them. Quincy the Procurer wants to join you. So we've got a hero who's asking to join us. Yeah, let's take her. What does she got here? She has a sniper rifle. Cool. And she has 0 skill points. Okay. Is there any good upgrades we might want to put on her? Not really. Bonus crit chance. We'll hold off on that. Putting mods on upgrades on heroes is a lot better than putting them on normal units, and so because the heroes are better, so it also costs a little bit extra to do so. Close. Let's just tell this guy to wait here. G. And let's have this guy stack guard as well. End turn. Uh-oh. Marauder engages your forces. So I have a marauding unit who is attacking my sector, not my base. And you can see it is the Terrigen Minerals node, and it's risky. It's just going to measure our power against each other. This is certainly going to be a challenge to succeed at. We're facing a Mega Beetle Baby, which we've already seen, and a Harperhound Blade Maw, which is like a Tier 2 Grasshopper dude. Similar stuff. So he's definitely going to be priority number 1. So what do we have? We have 2 Scavengers, and we have an Inspector. And the Inspector can be attacked by these guys because they have an air leap ability. Also, this Beetle Spit can shoot air units. So I can't just like run up and start shooting them with my flying guy, unfortunately. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run my guys up here. Maybe try to spread them out a little bit. And get some shots off, and then try to use my self-heal to keep them alive and burst down the hero as quickly as I can. I also have a heal available if I don't want to, if instead of doing an attack if I really want. Let's see. Oh wow, terrible. Terrible odds. Let's go ahead 1 square. Wow, jeez. How is this guy in cover? What? He's like, oh, I see. There's like a little railing right there. So he's hiding behind the railing. And then this guy's also in cover. So all really bad shots. for 6 damage. So not the best. However, because of the graze mechanic, I mean, I have like a 40% chance to do partial damage. Oh, I forgot to mention, that was actually a really good move. There is a chance in this game, if you miss, to hit an adjacent hex. So one of those shots missed, but it actually hit this beetle baby, which is awesome. And then we'll just put all my guys in defense mode here. Oh, I forgot. I have a couple little operations I can do here to help myself out. So we've got the reactive phase protection that we had before, which like teleports a guy when he gets attacked, which is pretty useful, especially if they try to jump this front guy. And we've also got signal shredding now, which is a new one. Send a pulse of disruptive energy through target enemy mechanical or cyborg unit. Doesn't work. Okay, so this one, there are no available. So I basically electrocute a mechanical unit, which doesn't do me any good. And how long does this... 3 turns. Alright. So we'll put that on that guy. Cool. Interesting. And the beetle baby takes a shot. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of damage. 12 damage. Alright, so our goal here is to kill this big guy. And I don't know, maybe we'll be okay. So let's see what we got. Hit, heal, he gets a counterattack. He doesn't get a counterattack. I wonder why. Interesting. Although these guys are both going to counterattack me. Okay, so ideally I can actually finish this guy off. And if he counterattacks me, it's fine because I have lifesteal. Uh-oh. I take back everything I just said. So that was a pretty interesting interaction that happened right there. The other Hopper Hound got a counterattack on me, which was fine. But melee attacks have a really high chance to stagger, and so he actually staggered me on the counterattack, removing one of my attack points. So I was originally going to get 3 attacks off, but mid-attack I had one of them removed, so I only got 2. Which is bad, because I need to run away. Huh. Can I heal myself? I can. What are the odds that my melee guys get killed here? I don't know. Pretty high. I should probably just kill this big guy. Is it possible? I'm going to need 2 attacks to kill him because he has 8 health. So I cannot move further away than here. But if I do, the beetle baby might kill me. And now he's in cover. Maybe I'm better off actually just, what does he have? 8 health, so he's going to die to a single counterattack. I think at this point then, I am better off casting a heal on myself. So I'm going to turn around to face this guy so I don't get flanked. And I'm just going to heal myself. Oh, I see. Did the main guy not do any attacks? That's weird. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly over here. I'll take 2 flanking shots. Oh, he took a defense. I see. And then we'll walk up and try to kill this guy. And he might get a staggering attack on us. No. Alright. And we staggered one of his actions away. We have 200 energy. Do I put reactive phase? I mean, I feel like I'm in a really good position right now. So, I don't think I'm going to lose. I'm just going to wait. So, I got an Overwatch because he tried to run away, I guess. Oh, looks like these guys already have the reactive phase signaling here. So let's move behind him. So we get a flanking attack. Good. We only got 2 attacks out of it, but... and then let's move over here. And we use our handy-dandy shotgun. And get a flanking attack. Awesome. We did it. Oh, that was a little scary. Good for us. So that was displaying the basically kind of one of the major changes they made from the other game is that all your sectors and buildings in your colony have a built-in militia to help defend. You don't have to keep a separate army, which is really nice. I can also upgrade those units by building this special building called Standard Military Infrastructure, which will basically upgrade the number and quality of units in that militia. I could also supplement it with an army if I really wanted to. And then this building gets better over the course of the game. I mean, there are like progressive iterations, improved military infrastructure, and also turrets. Okay. So what was I doing? I was moving my hero over here. Let's just auto-resolve this. Cool. Looks like some guys got some level up. And we get to pick between 2 buildings. Let's build a recreational dome. Sweet, so our happiness is now in the positive again. So the way they manage happiness in this game, I don't really know exactly how this works, but we have this tab here that describes our happiness, and basically the excess happiness you get gets stored up and then produces a happiness event for you. So if you have a lot of happiness, you're going to get a lot of awesome random things. You can also just kind of see here as we have this colonist management system. So I just like to leave this on auto for a balanced thing, but if you really wanted to, you could specialize in one particular thing if you really wanted to. There's various settings you can do here. But what you need to know is that when you build these sectors focused on a particular thing, so I had one sector focused on production and I had another one focused on food, as you can see here, the way that they give me more of those stats is primarily actually through these jobs. And the symbols built into the icons here basically give me a theoretical higher cap on how much I can upgrade that sector and get more jobs. It's a little bit confusing at first. Alright. Cool. So, what do we do now? I gotta get prepared to go over here, so I guess we'll clear out... Probably clear out some of those enemy camps or look for goodie huts. I think we probably gotta go clear this camp in the northwest. I don't think that there's a camp here. Let's go this direction. My city is unhappy. Well, it was. Oops. Uh-oh. I forgot about that roaming enemy army. Whoops. So this is a different type of marauder army. These are the Dvar. Space dwarves. And also a vanguard. So the vanguard are humans. They have pretty standard guns and Overwatch. This guy has a healing effect. Target friendly unit gains motivated, granting extra happiness, which is awesome. And a kinetic punch, as well as a grenade and a heal. And this guy has spike gun, which is like my shotgun, but it's even better. And they also have a shield bash and this really cool entrench ability, which basically puts them into cover, which is awesome. Build themselves a little bivouac, I think it's called. Unfortunately, you might notice these militia do not have mods. It's kind of one of the downsides of these militia here. And we'll move this guy over here. So he's motivating this guy, and this guy's really strong, but he doesn't have any repeating attacks is kind of his biggest weakness. He has a really strong single action attack, so he can move really far and shoot, and then move really far and shoot, but if he has an opportunity to sit there and just shoot a lot, he doesn't benefit from it like attacks, like units with repeating attacks do. So I'm actually just gonna hang back since he used his, this ability has a 3-turn cooldown, so he kind of just wasted it. I'm just gonna hang back. Oh, can I use signal shredding? No. No, no. No mechanical units. I'm gonna... I'm not gonna use that. Okay, so he throws a grenade. And he does his spike gun shot. So the real goal here is to kill those guys. And he destroyed. This is going to be a tough fight here. So we've got this single action shot here. As long as we walk anywhere in the purple area, that promises it leaves us with a single action. Guess we'll walk up here and we'll just use our shotguns. Which might actually not kill this guy. Oh, and we got a grazing shot. Ugh. I don't think we're going to finish this guy off. We do not have the ability to finish him off. So, I'm going to go just back up a little bit here. And then I'm going to cast a heal on my guy that took a bunch of damage. And that's pretty good. That's got a pretty long cooldown, but... you know, whatever. And I'm not going to... I actually am going to cast reactive phase protection. Who do we put it on? Reactive phase defense. Put it on the guy that is least likely to be flanked. I'll put it on this guy. We'll see how this goes. Those guys are going to back off. Oh, and then they're going to heal? Oh, wow. Okay, so he blew up my cover. And that's pretty bad. These guys might actually kill this guy now. No. Oh, yes. Oh, look at the range on that. Well, I think we're going to get our own kill. Ugh. Alright. Let's go over here. Long range, and he's lightly obscured by something, but... and then we'll walk up and do a melee attack. Oh, we got a miss, and we got a hit, and we got a hit. So pretty average damage. And actually, you know, I was going to say we were going to do our claw attack, but we probably should just do our shotgun. Cool. And I don't think his units have any recurring attack abilities here. Single action kinetic punch, he's got a heal, and he's got a grenade. Or what is it, a mortar? It's pretty high damage, too. So... did this guy's... how long does that morale ability last for? He's still got one more chance to use it. I guess we'll just wait. Is he going to use kinetic punch? Interesting. I feel like maybe that was not a helpful move. How did it... what? What did that do? High impact stagger. Okay, concussion. 8 kinetic strength chance to apply concussion to non-ethereal or non-mechanical unit if resisted cause massive impact. Okay, I'm pretty sure massive impact removes all action points. Okay, what was the ability? Concussion? I think it's concussion. This unit cannot use actions or movement. Okay, we are in trouble because that basically stunned us. We have no way to kill this monstrous trencher here. And he still has his grenade. Jeez! That ability is amazing. I guess we could go for... Can I use... Oh, I can only use my heal once per battle. We could just go to try to, like, bait him into doing a ranged attack on us. With, defensive mode. It's probably the best move. Nope. Oh my gosh. This guy is destroying me. And we missed. Okay. And then we tried to walk up and heal. And we missed, and he counterattacked and teleported us away. And now we don't get to attack him. And we're going to lose. Okay. Sounds good. Well, we got wrecked. Okay. So what happens at this point in time is he's going to try to raise our sector, which means it just gets destroyed. We don't lose our population. We can still go rebuild it. We just have to walk back there and do it. I'm actually going to move my whole army back here. And then I can actually still... No, I can't. I have enough action points that I can have one of my guys initiate an attack. What is this reverse engineering?
I relish my job.
So we got our reverse engineer going. That's great. Let's go for... Let's go for the Echo Walkers. They seem good. Alright. Let's go take back our thing before he raises it here. I probably could have just auto-resolved this, but, you know, I really just want to get him back. These domes are super cool looking. Tall growth. 4. I'll walk up to this guy. We'll face him this way. So this guy's got like a mortar which like destroys stuff or something. Come around this side too. This might be a bad move. I don't exactly know. Oh, these guys can move through obstacles. I forgot. So that's nice. And we'll go into defense mode. End turn. We got grenade attack. Staggers 3 units. Wow. The value. Look at that. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this guy walk up and heal. So he's got to go over here. We're going to heal this guy. We're going to walk up and we're going to take a shotgun shot at that guy. I guess we'll have this guy walk up and take a flanking shotgun shot. Or we could shoot this guy. That's a good move. We'll have our main... Oh, no. Our main guy doesn't have enough action points. How annoying. And our main hero guy doesn't have... So since our sniper got staggered, he doesn't have 3 action points, so he just literally can't use his sniper rifle, which sucks. But we could blind him, so that's a thing. 97% chance to blind. If it hits, I guess. Cool. So what blind does is it just reduces your accuracy. And it can't use Overwatch. Not like that matters. Guess I'll just... So melee units don't actually have Overwatch because they get this effect called melee Overwatch. Just basically means they get Overwatch for free. Just like in the old Age of Wonders. And I have no line of sight, so let's just wait here. And my melee Overwatch didn't trigger. I don't know why. Ran back to his little base. Oh, and he missed. That's so sad. I don't feel bad at all. Bop! Stagger, you fool. Get that flanking melee attack. Chop, 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 chop. Alright. And we'll have you go over here. Do a flanking attack. And then we'll have my hero walk up and just bop him. Oh, probably... Well, no, I already used the heal, so I can't use it a second time. Cool. Alright, we finished researching production.
There's also a small
And let's pursue food development, I think. So, the way that they managed the city building in this game is a little bit more complex than it was in Age of Wonders 3. Effectively, each sector, you pick something for it to specialize in. So this one I picked agriculture, and this one I picked production, which produces puts a little special building in the center there that helps you remember what it is. And then as you unlock technologies, you unlock special buildings that you can unlock in each sector. So you can see here under the sector production tab, I have two sectors, Ryzen Mesa, and then we have another sector here called Terragen Minerals. And this one's production focused, and this one's agriculture focused. And I just researched a technology that unlocks some buildings for me that allow me to build special buildings. So you get to pick one of these two, basically. I can either specialize in reduced production costs for colony structures, I build them faster, or reduce production costs for core skirmisher and specialist units. Let's go for the military engineering guild. Seems good. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say in that for now. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go kill this stupid base that's spawning all these evil guys. Where is it? I didn't see a spawner down here. It's got to be around here though, right? Somewhere. Close. Let's head that direction. Well, ugh. Which direction do I go? Which direction do I go? So I know that there's one here. And that already spawned one army who attacked me. So here's those NPCs. Oops. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oops, I'm a jerk. He basically made a demand for me. Oh, I see. So instead of having a quest for me, like saying, hey, will you help me out? He gave me a demand. He's like, look, give me stuff or I won't like you. And I accidentally clicked the button that gave me a quest instead. So I have to go complete that or he's going to be unhappy. They're not very nice guys. Didn't I complete my colonizer? Whoops. I forgot I had a colonizer this whole time. And what's even worse is he's actually in the area I wanted to go. Ugh. Ah, there's the pirate hideout. Ugh. Alright. Jeez, I'm being pulled in like every direction here. Okay, so you go there. I know where that is. I'm going to have you go join those guys. There's another one over here. I know. So we have to go kill this so that our colonizer can go there. Oh, hey, I met a guy. Michael Valentine. This is another player on the map. And he is Vanguard. Nice to meet you. And goodbye. I have no idea where he is. But I saw some of his units, or his units saw me. Let's get you over here. This guy is a little bit faster than the rest because he's flying. Which is what this little wing right here is. Versus these guys which have a, I don't know, normal movement. There's some bad dudes. Lots of stuff over here. It's really confusing. Met another player. Sign a non-aggression pact. Meet another player. Kill 6 units. Somebody else already completed this, which is unfortunate. And we're done. Oops. Alright, so... Oh, so his quest that he gave me to spend production to build a thing for him, I have completed, which is awesome. And he gives me a free unit along with some diplomacy points and some relations, or I could just sell it. Cool, I got Echo Walkers. Rutger Norris. Alright, so we have a distinct lack of special abilities to do damage during combat. This Subjugation Ordinance certainly meets that criteria, and it's very cheap, so we should probably go for that. But the second consideration is I was looking to get this mod here, which is a buff to, I guess, all units. Increased damage. And it gives us, what do we got here? Here we go. Deals 16 damage. In a 1 hex radius. Fantastic. Isn't that what, this is a slightly worse version of that. And then we've also got fast movement. Excellent. So this costs 7 turns though. And this only costs 2. So I'm going to do this one. And let's go for this tech, which just does nothing really useful.
Just as fuel is essential to power a machine, food is the
Rubio. And we already did that. Did we get our little dude? Cool. So he's going to go there. He's going to go there. And we'll have this guy walk up and initiate a fight. What do we got here? Let's do a manual combat for this one. So we've got some Kirko. And we've got a sniper. So this is a mishmash of races. We've got the Kirko, which are a melee, kind of like mine, but they're bugs. And we've got this reverse engineer, which can revive a dead guy. And then we've got a sniper here. And he does psychic damage with his sniper. And then we got a little repair bot, just like what I have. So, how do we want to approach this? It's kind of an elevated area in the center here. And these guys, I should probably try to walk up on the sniper. Seems like the best course of action here. And he went into Overwatch mode. Good to know. And let's just walk up as close as we can. We might as well. Let's put you there. So this is like a really aggressive move. And I don't get to hunker down afterward. But if you can't kill me right away, then I'll be in a really good position here. I'll put my hero in the worst of the 3 positions. So this one's got cover from this direction here, but it doesn't have cover from this direction. So let's face that direction so we don't get flanked. And we've got a sniper. I have no idea where to put this guy. Somewhere on high ground, though. Oh, I can put him into this little zone right here. Cool. This little pod thing has like a hunker down area around it, which is pretty cool. And then we'll move our other scavenger up like there. And this guy is the only one in a really awkward position. I guess I'll put him... let's put him there. I don't want to group up too much because this Kirko has a Battle Vomit, which is an AoE ability. So the thing about snipers is they have really long range, but they don't actually do as much damage as like a normal unit once they're already in range because they don't have repeating attacks. Let's go right here. So like just a normal guy. I guess I don't really have any. Since my guys are all melee. I don't really have any normal ranged guys here. Alright, he's going to spawn a dude. Kirko's going to walk up. He's going to go for a battle vomit, which is why I didn't put that other guy right there. Sniper's going to walk up and take a... he's going to take a snapshot, which is less damage than a full shot. Okay. And so let's take a look at this new unit that was spawned here. The Assembly Construct. So these are basically like the idea is he walks up and he takes like half of a person and half of machines and he builds this like weird little Toy Story kind of thing here. Most importantly, it has self-destruct. And it has a good melee attack and it can blow itself up. So we don't want it coming close to us. Also, that ability is a single action, so if we can stagger it to slow it down or anything like that, that's what you want to do. Here's my own sniper with 0% hit chance for some reason. In cover and obscured. Ah, I see. So his Kirko did a really cool... This is a super cool unit, the Kirko Hidden. It's their sniper, and it's better than a normal sniper. He's got a normal sniper weapon. It actually does less damage, but that's because it's armor piercing. And he has his Shrouded Step ability. It always leaves 1 point, and he teleports to an area and then obscures everything within a 1 hex radius, making it 40% harder to hit for 1 turn. Meaning this Kirko and the sniper are both going to be impossible to hit, basically. Which is awesome. So I should probably try to kill this extra guy here. This guy actually has a melee attack. And it's a recurring melee attack too, which is excellent. He's got a lot of health and a heal. So if I had to pick one person to try to kill, it'd probably be this guy, but I don't think I can actually do it. I'm in kind of a weird position here. I really want to go for these guys, but for 1 turn, they're really hard to kill. I don't really want to go for these guys because they have a really long range. Looks like we're going to go for these guys anyway. And I have pretty good claw slash attack here. And that's pretty good. My guys heal on auto attack, which is amazing. So I should just enjoy that. Oh, I can use signal shredding because these guys are mechanical. Excellent. Huh. Let's stun this guy. Boom. Terrible hit chance. Terrible hit chance. We got the hero, though. I also have this, which actually has a really high chance of hitting. So let's go ahead and throw my grenade at these guys. Okay, maybe I don't want to do that. So this thing does block line of sight, so maybe I'm just going to leave cover and try to land a stagger on these guys. Cool. So this guy loses another attack, and this guy loses one of his attacks, which is awesome. So if I walk up and actually land a claw slash, I get yet another layer of stagger. Or actually, I think a better move is to walk up to this guy. Try to attack him. 65%. I grazed, so I don't get the stagger bonus. And then we'll walk up to this guy and try to stagger him again. If we can leave him with just a few attacks, that'll be really, really helpful. So they both only have 1 attack available to them. 0% hit chance. Maybe... So I don't really know what to do now. could shoot this guy. Or I could shoot that guy. All my guys are all grouped up. I could take some shots on there. I could heal a guy. I think I'm just gonna shoot this guy right here, though. Graze, hit, hit. All right. Oops. I still have units who can act. Right. And let's walk up to this guy and take a snapshot, I guess. A blinding shot. Oh, but I still landed the blind even though it was grazing, so that's nice. So he does one attack, and I get a counterattack. And this guy does an attack, and he gets counterattacked and miss. Shot, graze, graze, flanking. These guys walk up. And defense mode. So I was... I can actually see what his danger range is in here. As if I stay in here, he can walk up and self-destruct on me. So I need to make sure I kill him this round now. Which it seems like it's pretty reasonable to do at this point. And these guys are still in a cloud of shrouded smoke. Very interesting. I cannot hit them with that stun ability. Which is unfortunate. I guess the best move is to walk up with my hero and chop this guy up. But okay. I got a graze and I got a hit, which is enough to kill him. He only had 20 health. Okay, we'll claw slash this guy. And we'll claw slash this guy. Between these two guys, despite his extremely high evasion chance, we should be able to kill him. And we'll see how it goes. 1, 2... Nope! Oh, bad luck. Oh, I forgot. We took Ruthless Killer on our hero, so we can walk up and since we killed a guy, we get an ability reset, which is awesome. So let's see if this guy can finish him off. Come on, baby. Ah, brutal. So at a 50% hit chance, you actually do have only a 25% chance to get a complete miss. 25% chance to get a graze, which is half damage, and then so when you walk up with these repeating attacks on these guys that you only have a 50% chance, it's still mildly consistent, which I really, 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 really like. I guess we'll just take shots on this guy. Maybe I'll kill him. Graze, okay. And I'm not even gonna go for the grazing shot. I'll just go for the shots on this guy. Sweet. Oh, he missed. And then he died doing Overwatch. Alright, well, I don't feel so bad. Oh, he's like crawling like a monster. And he took a little laser shot at me. Let's move up a little bit. So this little green area around my characters means I can move one square and retain all my actions. So if I have an ability that requires all my actions, like the Vorpal Shot, I can take one step, which is really helpful. And this guy isn't in defense mode, is he? Why is he so hard to hit? In cover. How is he in cover? Oh, right. These little circle things count as a full cover zone. Okay. Where's my hero? Right here. My hero cannot shoot this guy. So I have to really watch out because this guy does a very, very, very powerful melee attack. His buzzsaw. I got a stagger, which is awesome. We'll walk up and let's go ahead and try to get another stagger. Another flanking attack here. So we got a flank and 95%, which is awesome. And we got another stagger, which is great. And I guess we'll go for a third stagger. Awesome. Alright, so he has no more actions, which is abusive. And I guess we'll just take some shots, whatever. And we'll walk our hero all the way over here. Cool. So melee units, if you can basically surround and trap a guy, you can do a lot of damage. Let's take this shot now while we're here. He survives with 2 hit points. And we'll let my hero get the kill. Chop, chop!
The assembly march on.
Oh, that healing ability is so good. Wow. Imperial Launcher. Okay. Secondary weapon. Launch a missile, dealing damage in a 1 hex radius. High impact stagger, reducing action points and canceling defensive modes. Demolisher, affected by line of sight. So it's like a super grenade. It does a lot of damage and it has really long range, but it's a full action. I'll take it.
Objective completed.
We'll move this guy back. Oh, I guess we won't. Let's go ahead and swap out that thing for that. What do we got? Do we have this thing that lets him phase through stuff? Ocular implants, increased armor. I'm probably going to go for these now. Let's go to these scavenger guys and give them these ocular implants as well. Mod similar units. This guy's got nothing yet. Let's keep exploring here. Okay, we've got a free unit here. This is a little reward we got from our helping out our dudes. Sentinel Autonom. Omnidirectional camera. He has Overwatch in all directions. That's cool. And Superior Overwatch. This unit can enter Superior Overwatch. And he does 25% damage on Overwatch, which is awesome. He's weak to lightning. And he has a active ability. It's a full action. Raise this unit's accuracy and critical hit chance by 10%. All networked units also gain this effect. That's fantastic. Can only be used once per battle. And he has defense laser. So basically, he's a defensive unit. Interesting. I'm just gonna... Let's see here. Head that guy out that direction. Let's go ahead and put this guy on our main base, since that's the one we don't want to lose. Michael sent me a message. Yeah, let's, cancel. Let's send him a compliment. He doesn't dislike us at this point, which is awesome. And this is going to make him like us a little bit more, which is great. And let's just wait. I'm just going to have you... Wait, I don't care. What are we going to do with our main base here? Well, we could upgrade our military infrastructure, which wouldn't hurt. Seems like a good idea. That way, if we get attacked, we're well prepared. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Sweet! So now that we are, we've done enough quests for these autonoms here, they're kind of friends with us. So there's a couple things we can buy. Let's take a look at them. Well, here's what they are. But let's go. What do we got? Here's our diplomatic state. We are at peace. Cool. So since we're at peace, we can now buy stuff using this diplomatic resource. And what do we got? A sentinel. We've already seen this guy. Autonom network connector. This unit gains network compatible, allowing it to benefit from networked. This can only be applied to cyborg units, which is great for me. All of my units are cyborgs. It also gives them +1 armor. So if I now run that sentinel, which gives my, I think it, what did it say? It gave the units additional crit chance to all networked units. And so this would give my guys the network keyword, and then they would have increased crit chance, which is awesome. We've also got Golem and Mining Laser upgrade. All lasers gain melt armor, removing 1 armor with each hit. Fantastic. Can only be applied to units that have a laser ability, of which I have none, but the Sentinel does. And this would just unlock the ability for me to put this mod on all my units, but it costs a lot of diplomatic points. I really like this Golem. I don't know what he does. Let's just wait on that for a little while. And turn. Raise this unit's accuracy and critical hit. Okay, so it increases accuracy as well. That's fantastic. So that would be really good to throw on like my snipers or my electrocutioners. And we completed the shredder bomb tech. Allows the unit to fire flechette ammunition, which has an 8% chance to inflict bleeding. And finally, we have a damage ability. How useful. Lightning Rider. Whew, there's a lot of good options. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've been recording for like an hour and a half at this point, so I should probably cut the video here. So I'm going to do that. And I'll just pick up right where we left off in another video. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hopefully see you there.